right, folks, we are live. December 20th, 2009. Merry Christmas to everybody. I got to kick it off with this Washington Post headline out of today. Copenhagen climate deal shows new world order may be led by U.S. and China. And why is this important? You see, when someone like Jason Bermas or Alex Jones talks about Copenhagen being about global government and a one world order, a new world order, we are often dismissed out of hand. Oh, they're kooks. Oh, they're crazy. How dare they make such a statement? However, 10 days ago, when the Wall Street Journal has a headline called President Obama and a New World Order actually exists. You see, when they promote global governance, when they promote the idea of a new world order, it's okay to talk about it. But then when you go in and you read the Copenhagen Treaty, almost 200 pages, and you find out that the term government appears over 20 times, that they are trying to set up a pillar of world government, and the term taxation and cap and trade scheme is in there over a dozen times, which will be regulated by non-elected entities of the IPCC, a new world order doesn't sound that great. And then we become critical of it. And then again, out of hand, we are dismissed. Why is that? Let me read some of this, and it's got our good friend Zbigniew Brzezinski in it as well. Copenhagen, if the talks that resulted in an imperfect deal to combat global warming provided anything, it was a glimpse into a new world order in which international diplomacy will increasingly be shaped by the United States and emerging powers, most notably China. And if you've listened to this program, I have discussed how us as Westerners have slowly slided towards this Eastern socialist communist philosophy. As these same communists and socialists, China in particular, move towards westernized styles of clothing and McDonald's, see, they remain in slavery. They just get some of the perks of the Western world. And we still have the perks of the Western world, but we get taken further into slavery. And that's really what the New World Order is. Friday's agreement, sources involved, the talk said, boiled down to President Obama and Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao personally hammering out a pact both could live with, even if many other leaders could not, when even squelched by his own neighbors' protests. And let's not forget, we have not seen any of the documentation that was signed on in this Copenhagen Treaty. We only saw the initial agreement that everybody was supposed to sign on, something like 191 nations. Apparently, 11 nations made some kind of an agreement, but as far as I know, it was not that initial treaty. And if you don't think this is about globalism, you don't think this has gone on incrementally over many administrations, look whose name pops up. Ever since the concept of a G2 was proposed this year by former U.S. National Security Advisor Zbigniew Brzezinski, the idea that the United States and China together are going to solve the world's problems has been poo-pooed by both Americans and Chinese officials. Save the world from what? From your imaginary man-made global warming? I have a story in front of me. It's somewhere in my stacker here where they're admitting that over the last 10 years, the atmosphere has gotten cooler. It's out of MSNBC.com. It drives me nuts. I go into the science section, the environment section, I see this article, and then right next to it is 8 ways to stop global warming. And we're going to get into that later, but what are one of the 8 ways? Well, chemtrails, of course. Now, they don't say chemtrails. They say shooting pollutants into the upper atmosphere to block the sun's rays, a.k.a. chemtrails. Or prolonged condensation trails, as Rosalind Peterson of CaliforniaSkywatch.com likes to call them. So on one hand, they're admitting the planet and the atmosphere is cooling. On the other, they're trying to trick you into believing that man-made global warming is a reason for world government and world taxation. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas, PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com. Back after this.